I think I found an injured animal. What do I do?
How do I get involved in ecology? What type of plant is this?
How do I identify poison ivy?
Which plants are native?
I found a snake. Is it venomous?
Hello and welcome. This is the first episode of the Nature Hotline video. Each month we take a series of questions asked to us by viewers just like you, and we answer them to the best of our abilities using our knowledge and network. Without further ado, let's get started. So let's jump right into the questions. Our first question is, are banana spiders dangerous? Well, to understand this question and answer it properly, first we need to understand, what is a banana spider? Well, here we're in northern Illinois, and we don't have any true banana spiders, but we do have some spiders that get called by the common name, banana spiders. As you can see here, they're very yellow and they get very big, and a lot of people use the common name banana spider to describe them. These spiders, however, are completely harmless. If they were to bite you, which is very rare, the bite wouldn't hurt any more than a typical bee sting. Now, does that mean that there are not any dangerous spiders on the planet known as the banana spider? No. In fact, there is a spider known as the banana spider that is so deadly, it is considered to be one of the most venomous animals on the planet. It is known as the Brazilian wandering spider, and many times people will refer to this spider as a banana spider because it can be found transported across country lines inside of bananas. Pretty spooky. But does that mean that this spider is dangerous and you should not buy bananas anymore? No, of course not. In fact, it's very unlikely that these spiders will ever end up in your bananas. It's a very rare occurrence for spiders to travel across country lines in bananas anyway. And even if they do, a study done in 2014 shows that more than likely it's not a banana spider or the Brazilian wandering spider, and is in fact a misidentified and harmless spider. So go out and eat your bananas because you will be safe. Our next question is perfectly timed for this type of year because in northern Illinois it is fall, and that means that the leaves begin to change color. So the question is, why in the fall do the leaves change colors? Well, the simple answer is chlorophyll. Leaves are filled with a green substance called chlorophyll that they use in combination with sunlight to make their food. In temperate regions, the winter means it gets colder, and because of this, plants begin to go dormant, and that means they are no longer producing chlorophyll. Chlorophyll has a green coloration to it, and since it's colder and they're no longer producing it, they turn from a bright green color to the dormant state, which is filled with the browns, oranges, reds, and yellows that we love and know to be the colors of fall. And now we're going to move on to the final question for the month. What types of reptiles and amphibians call northern Illinois home? Well, it might surprise you to know that Illinois is one of the most herpetologically diverse states in the entire US. There are over 40 snake species, 17 species of turtles, 6 species of lizards, and over 41 species of amphibians that call Illinois home. However, most of these are confined to the southern half of the state. If you take a look at Illinois, you'll notice that it is an incredibly long state. That means that the climate and habitat change greatly over its length. Because of this, the southern half of the state is significantly warmer than the northern half, and that is where most of the reptiles and amphibians, because they favor warmer conditions, are going to be confined. On top of this, northern Illinois has been very heavily impacted by severe habitat fragmentation. That means that agriculture, development, and other massive projects have interrupted the habitat that the reptiles and amphibians would normally call home. And because of this, a lot of the species that would normally be present are very difficult to find. Some of the more interesting species in Illinois that you can find are actually, believe it or not, 2 species of rattlesnake, the Massasauga and the timber rattlesnake. The timber rattlesnake can still be readily found in the northern half of Illinois, but in only very specific habitat types. Its habitat is being very reduced, and unfortunately, its numbers are in decline. The Massasauga rattlesnake is even worse. With only a few populations left in the entire state of Illinois, it will likely go extinct because of habitat destruction in the next few years. Even though much of northern Illinois is fragmented by development and agricultural lands, you can still find one amphibian in relative abundance, and that is the tiger salamander. These salamanders are one of the largest terrestrial species of salamander in the entire United States, growing upwards of 10 inches long. That makes for a pretty amazing sight when you're able to find them. However, it is very unlikely that you will run into these little salamanders because in fact they are one of the mole salamanders, or the ambistomids. These salamanders are so called because they spend most of their lives burrowed deep underground and only come out when it's cooler and wet. So, the next time that it's a rainy night, maybe you can go out in northern Illinois and you'll run into one of these beautiful little creatures. That wraps up the video for this month's Nature Hotline. Now, if you have another question that you didn't get answered here, or you want to ask a more specific question about something that I talked about today, feel free to comment below or go to the link in the description to send me an email. And if your question's good enough, we'll feature it in next month's video, and maybe you guys can learn a little bit more about nature in your backyards. So remember, keep asking questions, keep learning, and stay smart. See ya.